Here are 25 ways to earn money online. This is the League of Hustlers, and I'm your co host, HT.
I'm CD Barnes.
So let's jump right into it. All right. Now, number one, number one. So 25 ways to earn money online. Get into number one is freelance work online. All right. You can offer your services on platforms like Upwork, Freelancer, Fiverr, things like that. All right. Setup time to set up your account 24 to 48 hours. And this is pretty easy if you already have that skill. So think about skills that you already have and you can sell those skills. All right. Somebody will want them. All right. The payment speed, it varies by the site. So just check that out. And there are so many freelance opportunities available, right? So just check them out, get on there, think about what skills you have and where it would fit on those sites.
Test websites and apps, right? Get paid for testing and providing feedback. Now, this is a relatively short time to set up. You just simply need to find the website or app to test or the company that does this and be a part of their platform and or program. Very easy if you're already tech savvy. Most of these do have an age requirement of you being 18 plus. Typically, these pay out within the week. As far as the additional details, things could vary between any of these, probably the payment speed and ease of starting if you're between websites and apps, right? And then approval times may vary also for how long it actually takes you to be approved to work with the platform.
Yep, yep. Next up is learn to use AI tools. AI is a huge industry right now, right? And
Yep.
it's very, very good for writing right now. A lot of the language models are specifically designed for writing, and that's where I've seen the most,
Yep.
I guess, advances in technology. Right, so look at ways and platforms where people need writing, like blog writing, script writing, newsletter writing, any of those types of things. Okay, you can set that up fairly easy. Age requirements is typically like 16 to 18 plus. And the speed varies by client, right? You're going to be dealing with companies. So just check out different freelancing websites. And, if you already have writing skills, throw your name in the hat for that. All right.
All right, next up, take surveys for money. You definitely heard of this before. This is a big one that's been going on for a while now, but you can participate in online surveys for rewards or reviews. You can get paid to review products. Setup time is usually minutes. It's very easy to do. Age requirement is 13 to and older. Um, Payment speed,
Yep.
again, these are going to vary based on the site or the platform that you find. Survey sites, they may offer gift cards and or cash rewards, just depending on the platform again. All right.
Yep. Next up is blog. And with this, post affiliate links. All right. So you're going to be
Right.
writing blog articles with your affiliate links in them. Okay. Setup time varies. I've done this with different companies. So it just varies. It's pretty quick, though. It's pretty easy as well. And think about AI, using AI with this for the content writing, the blog writing, right? And then drop your affiliate links in that. Okay. Sometimes it takes like 1 to 2 months, depending on the affiliate program that you're in, and you're going to need to build an audience, or you can tap into someone's existing audience. So if you do like guest blogging on their website. Yep.
Sell your crafts on Etsy. Man, this is a great one right here. And you think crafts are the only thing on Etsy? It's not. However, the setup time for this could be quite involved. It may take you a little bit of time to gather your product and package it up in a way so it's optimized for Etsy so you can deliver it. Um, Ease of starting, it could be difficult based on that. It's really how difficult you make it, how easy it is for you to set up and systemize your product. Age requirement 13 plus, payment speed 1 to 7 days after the sale. Um, Additional details, Etsy is a platform for artists, artisans. Let me give you an example. I have a really good example. I've purchased a couple things on Etsy. One provider specifically, we had our dog pass a couple years back, went online, was looking for someone to paint a portrait, something really nice we can hang up in the house. Went on Etsy, found an artist there that would do this, and then I was really shocked and surprised by the number of thousands of people that they were able to provide this service for. And they had like 5-star reviews that they were able to do this for a large group of people. And so I don't know if they were using AI back then when I got this, or how they were able to service this many people in such a short amount of time. But nevertheless, great product, great service, a great place for you to get online and sell your product and or potentially even a service.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Etsy is dope. All right. Next up, self-publish an ebook, right? Simple, right? Create an ebook, sell it online. You can use platforms like Amazon Kindle ebook publishing. I think it's called Kindle Direct Publishing, KDP. It's pretty quick, pretty easy. Again, pair AI with this. If you aren't a strong writer, look at using ChatGPT, look at using some of these other AI platforms to help you write whatever you're trying to write. And it can create everything from the outline to the whole entire book, right? So with this, just get started. Someone needs to know some specific skill that you have, right? Um, for KDP, you need to be at least 18 years old, and then typically you get paid after you earn up to $100, and then it just keep cycling like that. And basically, you're going to make money off of royalties earned per sale.
Blog or YouTube channel. All right. And then, of course, here what the goal is to monetize your content with ads. Setup time. This could take you a few weeks. If you take a course or follow somebody, maybe you can get it done within a week or sooner. The ease of starting also depends on your content, depending on the quality of video, you taking the time to get yourself set up properly, especially if you're getting into branding and things like that. Putting together your messaging and your actual, what type of content you're going to be delivering. 18 plus is the age requirement. Page speed varies monthly after the initial period. Um, but of course, this requires you building your audience. You just can't get on YouTube and advertise. You actually need to build your audience to the point where you can get into the YouTube program, which does take time
Oh
and
yeah.
dedication. So, yeah, not easy, but doable.
Oh yeah. Next up is become an Instagram influencer. If you're one of those types of people who loves to be on Instagram and loves to show, the highlights of your life, think about becoming an influencer. It's very easy to, set up quick, create an account and get the posting, right? You can post straight from your phone. But the thing about it is growing an account is where the work comes into play, right?
Right.
You need to show the highlights, like, right? People want to see the highlights, and think of Instagram as a showcase app, whereas Facebook, you can get away with like posting crappy pictures and things like that. The age requirement, of course, is 13 years or older, and the payment speed varies depending on the partnerships that you form on Instagram. A lot of times, brands will come to you for user generated content or to be able to, just post something about their company, right? They may give you the ad and just want you to post it. So it just varies. And then you can set up the payment terms. And again, the key here is building a following.
All right, monetize your Twitch channel. Earn money from your Twitch gaming channel. Now, this is actually pretty cool if you're into gaming, man. There's a lot of big channels out there that a lot of I think this was amazing, for the gaming community if you're into that.
Hmm.
But yeah, so the setup time, quick and easy. Easy to start, age requirement 13 plus, get paid monthly. Of course, building that following may take time. However, it could be very rewarding if you stick it out and can do that.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Next up is sell your photography. Okay. So you could turn your photos into cash. And this includes photos that you take on your cell phones if you have a decent cell phone. So very easy. Take a photo, sign up for sites like let's see, Alamy. iStock photo, Getty images, the list goes on and on. Um, take your photos, post them on those sites, and you get paid when someone chooses to download and use your photos. Very simple.
Right.
But you do need a lot of photos to make a good amount of money.
Become a dog walker. Now, this is like a classic. If you got legs, you got shoes, somebody in your neighborhood has a dog, chances are they need somebody to walk it some point in time. All right. Now,
Oh yeah.
offer dog walking services through apps like Wag and Rover, and there's a few others out there as well. Setup time, it could take a few weeks. Should be a little bit less than that. If you're really persistent about it, you can get this set up within a week. Very easy to start. 18 plus age requirement. 2 days to a week for the payment speed. Love for pets, obviously, is a plus. Okay. You don't want to be out there, kicking people's dogs because you hate doing it. You want this to be something that you enjoy. You enjoy spending time with dogs, right? One of those types of things. However,
Right.
easy to get started, definitely easy to get paid being a dog walker.
Yeah, that's definitely important. All right, next up is sell unused gift cards. Do you get a bunch of gift cards for Christmas? Right? That's a way to, turn them into actual cash, right? I know for Christmas, I always just request gift cards because, getting socks and ties and drawers, I'm good on
T-shirt.
those. So just give me a gift card, Amazon, or a gas card or something, and I'll be good. I'll very much appreciate it. So the more that you have, the better, of course. And you just need to be old enough to have a credit card so that they can transfer the money to a credit card. And the payment speed is very quick, 1 to 2 days. And some sites also offer trade-ins, so that's pretty cool too.
List your spare bedroom on Airbnb. All right. Rent out your space to travelers, setup time. Um, this could actually happen pretty quick for you. Simple process, 18 plus age requirement, payment speed about 1 day. Additional details, obviously, cleaning and fees may apply. This is actually pretty big, though, man, in like the Northern Virginia area, even if it's not just on Airbnb. But a lot of people actually are just renting out, the basement of someone's home. So they're like subleasing their basements or bedrooms for long term people who are commuting. There's a lot of people that commute to that area just to work, and then maybe they fly back to their family on the weekends, but during the week they need somewhere to stay. So
Right.
I mean, it could be very lucrative if you have extra space in your home, or if you live in a high travel location where people like to vacation or close to a beach, things like that. List your spare bedroom or a home on Airbnb.
Simple. Simple. Um, Next up, sell gently used clothes. All right. Do you have old clothes just laying around? Right. Think about selling them to consignment shops. So the setup time varies by channel. Um, Pretty easy to start. You basically just take the clothes in and they sell them for you, and then you pick up a check. And
Pick up
again,
a
that payment
check.
time frame varies depending on the company that you choose to use. A lot of times there are actual physical locations that you can go to, but there are also online places that you can sell the clothes online, right? Yourself, and get whatever you're asking for, as long as someone is willing to pay for it. So have clear photos of it. Folks ain't gonna want stuff that's not desirable. So pretty much you're gonna, be looking at like brand name stuff or cool, authentic, one of a kind type of items, and things like that. So that's one to check out. We all have like old clothes, right?
Trade in old electronics for cash. Sell old devices on various platforms. Time varies for setup depending on the platform. Easy to get started on this. This is similar to the consignment shop with the clothes. This is pretty easy. You just need to find a platform, specifically where people are looking for the types of things that you're selling. In this case, electronics, right? Payment speed varies on the site, and then choose the platform that best suits your devices. Could be one of those like particularly, let's say, cell phones. That's like specifically niched for cell phones, or specifically niched for vintage gaming systems or the games that go along with them, things like that. So again, trade in old electronics for cash. Could be computer parts, things like that also.
Yep, yep. Next up is babysitting. You know, old classic, you know, time
Classic.
tested one. But nowadays, the cool thing about it is that you have online, I guess, booking where people can
Right.
go online and find you. So you're
Just
not
book
just
it. Yeah.
limited, like back in the day, you were just limited to the people that you knew in your circles, that your parents knew,
Right.
or something like that. But now you have, I think it's called care.com, that you can
Yep.
use to create a profile and list your skills and things like that. And people can rate you. And, you know, the better that you are, the more people will book you and things like that. Same thing though, get the word out about it in your personal circles as well. And then if you create that account online, you can also share that on social media to get bookings that way. All right. Depending on how you're getting the bookings, you can, you know, be really young. You know, my daughter, shoot, she was babysitting at like 10 at one point. But also I think online a lot of times you have to be like 18 plus to do it.
Hmm.
And pretty much payment, you know, a lot of times is when the parent comes home, cash in your pocket, boom, right there. Things that help is like CPR certifications and different types of
Right.
certifications when deals with like caring for people. So that increases the amount that you can earn. All right. Next up.
Rent out your car, right? Turo, Get Around. There's tons of platforms out there now that are making this popular. Setup time is it's actually pretty quick to do. You can do this within a day, right? Half hour less, a couple hours. Um, Very easy to start if your vehicle is road ready, right? Like if your vehicle is appropriate for the service, um, if especially if it's desirable in a high uh, traffic or area where people are actually looking for these cars, then you can be set up and be getting bookings within the same week. Um, Age requirement, valid driver's license, 21 plus. Payment speed varies by the site, obviously. Um, Additional details, the platforms will take a cut for car protection, insurance, things of that nature. Of course, for using a platform. However, there's still plenty of room for you to make your profit on these platforms. A lot of people are doing it. So this is definitely a valid way that's been proven.
Oh yeah. Next up is signing up for TasRabbit. So TasRabbit is one of those places where you can post your skills and other people come and post the jobs that they need done or the tasks that they need done. And these tasks can vary greatly, right? So it may be they need someone to do something as simple as take a written list and put it into an Excel spreadsheet. It may be you need someone to go and pick something up or, you know, just all kind of things like that. So just be creative, right? And think about the various tasks that people could have. Pretty easy to set up. You just get on the site, you know, sign up and put in your credentials and things like that. You do need to be like 18 years or older. And you get paid a few days after you complete the job. And again, the tasks range, right? So get on there, check it out. It's another cool way to earn money online.
Become a private tutor. This is another old school side hustle. The cool thing about this stuff, man, is now that we're in the digital age, man, a lot of you can get a lot of platforms that are actually basically can get you more exposure, right? Where we, like H was just saying before you were kind of limited to who you know in your immediate area or a friend of a friend. But now with these platforms, you can have a wide audience who are actually looking for these services, and you can actually provide these tutoring services online, right? You don't need to show up at anybody's house. They don't need to come to your house. The setup time varies by the subject matter, ease of starting. Students must find you. Age requirement, any payment speed is usually pretty fast. minimum availability per week for some companies. However, but yeah, that could be a pretty big one, especially depending on what subject that you are, you know, uh, tutoring in. So
Right. Yep. Next up is driving for Uber or Lyft, right? Easy. Everyone knows this. Almost everyone is taking a Uber or, some type of ride
right,
sharing service. The demand depends on the market that you're in. Of course, the bigger the city, the more and higher the demand. Add on top of that, if there's an airport in the city, even more demand, right? It's not difficult to set up, but you do need the right kind of vehicle. You can't come in with a hoopty thinking that people are going to book it, right? Or that the platform will even let you on the site. Okay. And your vehicle needs to be reliable. You also have to be licensed to drive and have driving experience. They pretty much pay you like soon after the ride is completed. I want to say it may be like 1 or 2 days. But also background checks are required for this, right? You don't want to be ride sharing with a
yeah.
serial killer, right?
Get the ride of your life. Right.
Straight.
Make deliveries for apps. All right. Instacart, Uber Eats. We've all used these services as well. These are very popular, easy to get into. Dependable transportation, of course, is required. The age requirement is usually 21 plus. Payment speed is going to vary by the platform, but it's usually pretty fast. Not only that, you can also earn tips from deliveries. And all of these things that we're mentioning, man, don't take them for granted. They may sound like these are small little side. I don't want to do that. If you find a way to get into any of these things and properly systemize it the way we describe, right, using that business model canvas or the dream stream strategy map, if you can find a way to systemize it, you can turn these simple opportunities into some serious cash.
Yep. We're actually going to talk about that on the next episode. So stay tuned for that. Make sure you subscribe. All right. Hit the notification bell and make sure that you're subscribed. All right. Next up is working as a house sitter. This blew my mind the first time I saw it. It was actually my cousin. We were in college. You remember CK?
Yeah.
Yeah. And one of his professors, he was like, "Come with me," and I was like, "Where are we going?" He was like, "One of my professors wants me to like house sit," and I was like, "What is house sitting?" And it was
Right.
literally just going over and watching the person's house. You know what I mean? Checking on it. I think the guy had a dog. Let the dog out, feed the dog, and so every day while the guy was out of town, the professor was out of town, he would go over and just check on the house, make sure everything was kosher, right? So with this one, the setup time is pretty simple. If you know the person already, of course, it's pretty much no setup time. And then the local need, right? The market is what's going to depend or what's going to determine how often you get booked. All right. The age requirement, if you're on one of these house sitting sites, is going to vary by the site. So check that out. And typically you get paid at the end of the gig when the homeowner comes home and realizes that everything is in place and nothing was out of whack, then you get paid, right?
Cash
And
is
so
king.
typically this ranges from like 25 to $45 an hour. So just keep that in mind.
Sign up to be a mystery shopper, right? So get paid for evaluating businesses. If you're not familiar, a mystery shopper is someone who basically gets paid to go in and essentially be like an undercover customer scenario for a business. You've seen the show Undercover Boss. Mystery shopper is like an undercover customer. Setup times vary by the site. Ease of starting, relatively easy. You need to be able to have transportation to get to and from the business yourself, and maybe a little bit of technology related, depending on what it is. Age
Right.
requirement is usually 18 plus. Payment speed varies by company. Be cautious and research for legitimate opportunities. This is, one of those ones. Essentially, all of these, right? Any of these platforms and things, you want to be in a scenario where it's tested, tried and true. It's proven. They have a lot of good reviews, right? You're looking for legitimate opportunities. But mystery shopper could be a good one for you if that's something you enjoy.
Yep, yep. And that is it. All right. 25 ways to earn money online in 25 minutes. All right.
Right.
25 and 25. Right. Hit the nail on the head. As always, if you have questions, hit us up at questions at leagueofhustlers.com. Make sure you hit that subscribe. Make sure you hit the like. Make sure you leave a comment. And we'll see you on the other side. All right. Let's get it. Let's go. Follow for more. Cheers.